Hello friends, so let's begin another session with Dr. Abhay while we are talking to him about diabetes, blood pressure and cholesterol. So let's begin for today.
Now you were talking about some numbers.
Yeah, that I suppose uh, make the things much more clearer to a common man.
Yeah.
That how much risk I
Let
have.
us let us
But
focus on.
since you convinced me, I was very much convinced, and I was talking to the people. Said, नहीं यार,
Yeah.
मुझे उनको data बताना पड़ा कि भाई यार, you have, it looks bad telling them that you have this much chances of being sort of having cardiac arrest and in
I,
the vulnerable situation. So I suppose that will sort of make the awareness
I
much better in the public. So that's why I
I
was.
am sure your eyes are going to get widened now. You see, the hypertension causes annually approximately 10 million deaths worldwide. 10 million deaths.
10
Let us
million.
leave all other components of the slide. Only let us focus on 10 million deaths. We will talk about it. We will not talk about other things because otherwise this issue gets diluted. This is
All over the
a
world.
screen cap all over the world, 10 million deaths. And this is a screen capture of a famous worldwide worldometers. You can see the reference on the top here. 3 million deaths annually in about 1 year by COVID-19, coronavirus cases. So it is 30% of the hypertension death. These 3 million deaths have brought entire world on its knees. Lockdowns, flight cancellation, don't come out of your house, schools closed, university closed, and we don't care about 10 million deaths, which can be most of them are preventable. Out of neglect they are happening.
I have two questions here, doctor.
Yes.
One is, how much of 10 million are there in India? And some idea, though you are not working in India, but I mean, sort of broad perception, seeing the demography and the economic status of the people and the awareness and the literacy level and blah, 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 so many things.
Roughly, you can think of what is our representative um, population in the world. You know, what percentage of world population we share. It could be little bit here and there from that.
Okay.
Now, often people ask me why you talk of US data and world data, not of the Indian data. There is something called disease registry. It is a statistical collection of various diseases. And why US is a leading country in research, in medical research and otherwise research in the world, because they have a registry for each and every disease, which is not happening in many.
Yeah, we have problems with the data in India.
Yeah. I know. So it is non-availability of data. So what we do is that we pick up the US data. Although it may be wrong, we think it is because there is a genetic differences, there are lifestyle differences. Our data could be widely different from US data. But as you don't have the data, you can assume that we could be somewhere.
That it is as per the percentage of demography.
Yeah, as per the demography. So see, this is 10 million deaths.
Yeah, which is stuck to me, which I was sort of hinting, was that, well, you said you're comparing the cardiac arrest or heart attack or hypertension because of that and the corona. Well, corona is a pandemic, is an epidemic which spreads by contact, and probably that is why people are so worried, social distancing and what not, and therefore the word has come to halt, as you said, and probably they are not so much concerned because it will not be communicable in the manner the corona is. So is that the reason that why people are not worried for it?
No, I would not agree with that. Both are same. Why you want to do social distancing? To prevent corona. You can prevent a hypertensive death also by controlling the blood pressure. So if you want to prevent from corona, why don't you want to prevent death from the hypertension? In fact, I have started suspecting these people who are coming for hypertension treatment, because now I will tell you the situation in UAE. Employers are forcing their employees to take the vaccine. Otherwise, you do the PCR test every week. So there are vaccination hesitancy, about COVID-19 in India also, in US also. It is a worldwide problem.
Yeah, in Europe also
Vaccination
it is.
hesitancy in Europe also. These people, they go for vaccination under pressure from the employer, and when they are found with hypertension. So I can read it on their face. What is their plan? Treat hypertension for 2 months, take 2 doses of COVID-19 vaccine, and then stop the medicine. So I discuss this issue with them, and I bluntly tell them, they get shocked. I say, you don't want to die, you don't want to die of corona, but you are happy to die with hypertension. Why is it? Why you differentiate the two?
Right.
And they are surprised. I said, please don't do this mistake. What you are planning, I can see with your thoughts and ideas, with our discussion. Hypertension is a lifetime disease, and you have to take lifetime treatment.
Right. So it's a very serious thing. Probably there is something at the social science level or world has to think, or the countries have to think, so that the imprint on the mind of the common man, and that it is not serious, is you people have done your job by doing the research. Now it's a job of communicating socially, or in right manner, so that it is accepted and people take it forward to protect themselves from this. Well, coming to another,
our health literacy. Sorry to interrupt you. Health literacy
Go ahead.
is extremely poor at all levels. Normal perception would be that illiterate people are health illiterate and educated people are. I will tell you, general managers and managing directors I have as my patients sometimes, who refuse treatment for diabetes, hypertension, cholesterol, very high sugar, very high blood pressure. If they don't, and they have no problem with continuing smoking. So I see my personal, but this is now my personal perception. There is a problem in our education system. Probably when a child is there 4, 5, 6, 10 years old, some basics, because in future they are going to become the smoker. Now what we are doing, we are telling a smoker to quit smoking, he is not quitting. Suppose we teach a child that smoking is extremely bad for health, and some data we share in a very basic, simple way, what is good enough for that level of class and age. And we also tell them there are some diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, which need lifetime treatment, and a lot of damage can be prevented. Because in future, whether you like it or not, these children are going to become smoker, diabetic, hypertensive. Why not we start educating them at a small level? Again, I will say, I have never read this type of thought process anywhere. This is my personal view, after dealing in a long career with all types of people, that probably they should have been taught this thing in their childhood.
You very rightly said, because we encounter this problem in administration quite often, the social problems of communication. And I just wanted to go a little deep into it. I just wanted to ask one question to you. When you talk of so intelligent people, the GMs, the CEOs, and who and whatnot, and they deny that they will not take the treatment, I fail to understand that what is the meaning of intelligence? The intelligence, as I see it, is seeing the causation of something. And if you see the cause, then even if you believe that it is not right, because the cause in front of you, you start believing it and you start correcting it. That is how you run a company. That is how you run administration. So I'd like to know from you, what reason do they give such intelligent people working at such a higher level, that why will they not take it?
Bankim, the problem is that when we have a lower level educated people or from the lower segment of the society, I am able to talk to them little strongly, toughly, in a firm language. I will not name them, with all due respect. We have 2 senior government, very efficient ministers who died of kidney damage, and ultimately last year or a couple of years back in our Indian government, two eminent leaders we lost. They had a kidney damage. I do not know their full medical history. I suspect probably they had diabetes and hypertension. And at early time, the doctors could not talk to them firmly that you need to tightly control it from the beginning.
Otherwise, it will be fatal. Probably the doctor feels that telling this language will be hurting them.
I cannot tell a minister like that. I will very politely request him to take the diabetes treatment, and he or she refuses. And I said, okay, fine, madam. Fine, sir.
Right. That is what I was feeling, that there is some problem in our social sciences field.
Exactly.
We are dealing with
Exactly. But if there is a clerk or a junior level officer, I will talk to him in different language, and I will be able to counsel him and convince him. Yes, yes.
So you can't tell the minister कि आप मर जाओगे. They'll say कि डॉक्टर को ही पहले मारो. Right.
So friends, I hope you like our videos while we are talking to Dr. Abhay. In case you have any comments or feedback, please do enter those in the comment section below. You can also post your queries if you have. I'll try and get the answer to your queries from Dr. Abhay in the upcoming videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye for the next video.